independent journalism looks like. What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Experience the awakening. Brilliant anonymous researchers. Patriots, join us in the Patriot Army. Trust the plan, pain coming. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. RedStateTalkRadio.com, Brighteon.tv, Rumble.com/MG Show. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours. Where we go one, we go all. Fight, 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 and fight we will. We fight every day right here on the MG Show.
And welcome to you, sir. You are coming to us live with a different audio device today. I mean, you might as well just wear them. Why not? There's absolute. So let me do a sound check right now. Can you guys hear me? We're having some serious technical issues. Have you heard anything that Jeff said so far? Okay. So guys, what's going on right now is we're trying to bring you the show. Jeff has his soundboard crashed this morning. We can't get the power to actually work and come on. So he is going to be talking to us today with the from his phone. I think if we can get this get this to work. Can you guys tell us
how do you guys
maybe if you hear Jeff?
Testing 1 2 3. You guys got me?
They haven't heard you so far, just me.
Okay. 17 seconds.
We got a little bit of a delay. This is unbelievable.
You guys
we'll have this fixed by Monday.
Yes, no Shady, no on Jeff, just okay. Simon 5-5. We can hear Jeff. You can hear me.
All right, there we go.
But Yeti told us that 20 seconds ago. But we're interacting with our audience. Thank you so much, Yeti, for doing this. So, guys, my soundboard crashed. Okay, and if you guys, feel compelled to help get our voices back on a soundboard, I need to get a new one. And Shady's also going to be doing the same thing. We're trying to improve the audio of this show. My soundboard was working out just fine, except the power switch doesn't work anymore. It's like a weird mushy thing, and my fingers hurt for the last month or two, because you have to push it a million times where it used to be just boop, it's on. And I need to get a new one, guys. So they're $600, Meredith. I've already got the mic. But are you guys? Do I look weird without my headphones? Should I put my headphones on, or should I
just go ahead and put them on? You might as well wear them to keep the look going for us.
Right on. So we're doing this on the fly. We got this set up just like 2 minutes before the show. We got me on another Zoom call, but you can see me in my studio, so it's working out good. I think we're going to be all right, Shady.
Oh, wow, what a Friday! And my computer didn't start today either. So we have there's some gremlins in the system that constantly do not want this show broadcast.
I don't know why, Shady.
I don't know why either.
Trust for soundboard, $50. Thank you so much, Trust 1961. I cannot thank you enough for that. I've had this one for quite a while. It's done a great job. I mean, it's traveled to other places.
Went to the Cyber Symposium.
Yeah, we did the Cyber Symposium with it. But, these do have a power button issue, but it's the best solution out there for podcasters. I'm telling you.
I know. I actually just got one that I'm going to be putting in line, and now you're making me nervous.
I know, right? Just make sure you're gentle with that power. You just gotta, pray every time so you don't mess it up.
That doesn't make me feel comfortable at all. That makes me want to stay where I'm at.
It works. So thank you very much for joining today. We're a little discombobulated. We got Bill Clinton on the hill today. That will be interesting. Let's go over to my X account. So again, guys, I just got Facebook up too. Go to Facebook. It's mgshow.link/Jeff FB. If you want to watch the show over there as well, we got Rumble, we got X. X worked again today, Shady. Thank goodness, huh?
I know.
We got Bill Clinton. So let's go ahead and check out Bill Clinton here. Shady, can you guys hear me okay enough for me to read it? You guys can hear me.
I think that we can hear you okay enough to read it. I can actually get there. I didn't get to this spot, but I can get there pretty quick and possibly read it. But just go ahead. I think you're okay.
Okay. Good morning and welcome to Chappaqua. This is Bill Clinton's statement to the Oversight and Government Reform Committee. Okay. I'm here today for two reasons, Shady. The first is that I love my country, lowercase c, and America was built on the idea that no person is above the law, even presidents, especially presidents. Democracy requires every single person to play their part and have cigars in the sorry. And I hope by being here today, we can bring ourselves to a little further away from the brink and back to being a country where we can disagree on another civilly. Disagree with one another civilly. Well, tell your party that there, Bill. Where the search for truth and justice outweighs the partisan urge to score points and create a spectacle. I'll do my part, and I hope you do yours. The second reason I am here is that the girls and women whose lives Jeffrey Epstein destroyed deserve not only justice, but healing. They've been waiting too long for both. Though my brief acquaintance with Epstein ended years before his crimes came to light, except he was at, this is interesting right here, guys, because I think he's lying right here. Though my brief acceptance with Epstein ended years before his crimes came to light, and though I never witnessed during limited interactions with any indication that I was truly going on, I'm here to offer what I know so it might prevent anything like this from ever happening again. But before we start, I have to get personal. You made Hillary come in. She had nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein, nothing. She has no memory of even meeting him, even though she hosted the party that Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine were with. She never, and he was at the White House for 16 times, Shady. Didn't see Hillary. Hillary had an office in the West Wing, okay? Stop it. She has no memory of meeting him. She neither traveled with him nor visited any of his properties. Whether you subpoenaed 10 people or 10,000, including her, was simply not right. We began this hearing with me raising my hand and taking the oath to tell the truth. But everyone has a responsibility to be honest with those they represent. Whether you raised your right hand or not, each and every one of us owes nothing less than the truth and accuracy to the American people. Now, let me say what you're going to hear from me. First, I had no idea of the crimes Epstein was committing. No matter how many photos you show me, I have two things that at the end of the day matter more than your interpretation of those 20-year-old photos with 15-year-olds. Oh, wait, never mind. Especially the one in the hot tub. I know what I saw, and more importantly, what I didn't see. I know what I did, and more importantly, what I didn't do. I saw something I saw nothing and did nothing wrong. Oh, Roger Stone must be advising him, Shady. Bill Clinton did nothing wrong.
That sounds like a Roger Stone line.
As someone who grew up in a home with domestic abuse, not only would I not have flown on his plane if I had any inkling of what he was doing, I would have him turned him in myself and led the call for justice for his crimes, not sweetheart deals. But even with 2020 hindsight, I saw nothing that ever gave me pause. We are only here because we hid it from everyone so well, because he hid it from everyone so well for so long. No, he didn't. I mean, the Palm Beach, okay.
Nothing was hidden.
Nothing was hidden, Bill. And by the time it came to light with his 2008 guilty plea, I had stopped associating with him. You'll often hear me say that I don't recall, and that might be unsatisfying, but I'm not going to say something I'm not sure of. This was a long time ago, and I'm bound by my oath not to speculate or guess. This is not merely for my benefit, but because it doesn't help you for me to play detective 24 years later. Since I'm under oath, I will not falsely state that I'm looking forward to questions, but I'm ready to answer them to the best of my abilities, consistent with the facts as I know them, the legitimate, the logical, and even the outlandish. With that, Mr. Chairman, fire away.
Yeah, well, that does not seem to me at all like he's going to be telling you anything that you don't already know. And I think that we all kind of knew this already.
That's right. And you guys all know that the Monica Lewinsky, the cigar kerfluffle is basically a lie and a cover-up for Chinagate. Bill Clinton was going to be impeached for Chinagate, not cigars in somebody's hoo-hoo. Okay, so let's understand the real facts here, Bill. All right.
Yeah, and by the way, Jeff, we in the Candace video the other day, we learned it's not a kerfluffle, it's a kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle.
Fuffle.
No, it's kerfuffle. All right, Rev Rob, we'll help you out. Thank you. $20 Rumble Rant. Appreciate you. Rock Chip soundboard donation, supporting where my spirit is fed. God approved. Truth matters. Blessings forward with love. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Rock Chip, for the $50 Rumble Rant. We got another one here for your soundboard fund. God bless. G Brothers. Thank you so much, guys. Really appreciate that. I mean, we're struggling. I saw and I like him, don't get me wrong, but I saw 0 Hour. He's made $86,000. Could you imagine if we had that kind of reach because we're so censored? Just on his X account. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
it's
good for him.
It's great to be censored and not and given the freedom of speech, but not freedom of reach, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Because that's exactly what's going on. Like I get like $38 a month.
I get $48. I think I'm like just beating you by like $5 or $10.
I get like $40 a month from Twitter.
Yeah.
I had no idea he was making that. Wow.
And Twitter used my account to get MGM and Ritz crackers not to advertise with X. Make that make sense.
Well, that's part of the reason that we're shadow banned and censored the way that we are, is because we're falling into that old freaking system, or whatever the algorithm was that sidelined everybody's accounts that were talking about Q.
That's right. Hefe, soundboard fun, and frogs to destroy them. Thank you, Pastor Shadowly. Miss Apel Anon for the
Good
sounding board. Thank you. Kimmy Max, still only have 20 hours per week, but got some bonus money on my check today. Here's some equipment money. Thanks, guys. God bless you, Kimmy. And, I hate, we've got a lot of the same beautiful donors, and I just can't tell you how much we thank you. You are the reason why we're here. Thank you, guys.
I'd like to reach out to also across to everybody out there. We are in the middle of getting a little bit of a more cleaner look here, and we're also looking to expand this broadcast. So if you have any connections or anybody that's out there that could possibly want to air this show and to share in the experience of how we are the antidote to InfoWars, how we are the cure for the TDS on the right and the left, to be honest with you, and centered in the values that are this country, that are America, that stem from the Constitution, Jeff. It just seems like everybody out there has got this thing where they think that their rights come from somewhere other than the Constitution that they crap on all the time.
Yeah. Holly Moore, 5 subscriptions. Thank you so much for that, Holly Moore. And look at this. I'm on this, Shady. Look at you. Hi.
I see you.
That's awesome. Comer, Bill Clinton, today, it's going to be interesting. Let's get over there and see
transcript for Hillary's supposed to be out tomorrow, I think, isn't it? Aren't they?
Not the transcript. I think they're even going to put up the video from what they're saying. They are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. So that's good because because this is, in my opinion, Jeff, this whole thing that's going on yesterday and today with the Clintons up there, this is a representation of what I hope that the future could be, maybe when we're a little bit older, where people realize that this absolute unbelievable going for the jugular politically at everyone gets no one anywhere. It really just destroys and disintegrates the conversation on both sides. It causes both sides to be wrong.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yao Ming, towards the soundboard. Towards the soundboard.
To the soundboard. We ride.
We ride. All right, so let's go ahead. Comer recently spoke outside the Bill Clinton's deposition in Chappaqua. So let's go ahead and listen to this. You ready?
It was like a Lexington and Concord call.
It is.
The British are coming.
Guys. The British are coming. Thank you, Yao Ming. Appreciate you guys. Mace said HRC was unhinged. So did the MG show.
We did say that. Yeah, we did.
But she was in the deposition. You're right.
That we weren't supposed to be doing a broadcast. Like, she got David Brock to take away our YouTube, take away our podcast, take away our all of our social media. Like that, we were very important to her.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently. It's weird, right? And then
she even messed up your power button on your road.
Yeah. Real quick, Shady Group, we got a 38-year marriage anniversary today to our friend Michael Hess. Congratulations, Mike. Yeah. I hope you, the wife, and those hound dogs have a great weekend. Happy anniversary. 38 years. God bless you. Wow.
What an accomplishment. God bless both of you. God bless her.
Oh, yeah. And she has Where We Go WWG 1WGA on the back of her truck. And I saw that truck before I met Mike Hess. Isn't that cool?
I meant more about her dealing with Mike Hess, but.
Oh, yeah, he's not easy.
She must be a saint.
She is a saint. Let me get out of here. Okay, here we go. So let's listen to the preview outside Chappaqua for Bill Clinton's deposition. Chairman Comer. Now, I don't know if we have sound. You have to let me know.
I didn't think we were going to have sound.
Because my board's not working. Yeah, so you have to play stuff.
I have to play stuff, and I was wondering why you're setting this up backwards, because if I don't have it, you can't play it.
I don't have a soundboard.
I know. So you're going to have to send me the exact link right here in Zoom, and I'll get it posted.
Oh my gosh, guys! What, Yeti?
Okay. Uh-oh.
It's not gonna. On Zoom? I don't know. Zoom audio settings. Hang on one second, guys.
Oh wow, we can do this live with the crew. Let's do it live with everybody. Let's see if we can get there.
Well, okay. So cable, no. Same as system. AMD. I don't think so. Let's see. Hang on. Can you hear it? No. Same as system, cable output. I got all this voice meter crap. Try this. Nope, can't hear it. Okay. All right. Link coming in to you guys in chat. Guys, sorry about this, but this is why.
I could have it ready already.
I know. Well, I tried. I tried.
Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can find it now. Is that it?
Just play it on Zoom.
Yeah, just play it on Zoom.
Yeah. Just play it. We'll do it live.
Did you send it?
Yeah, it's in Zoom.
I don't see it. Now I'm in the wrong. Now I'm in the wrong chat.
Maybe Yeti will grab it and play it.
Oh yeah, that would be the best thing to do. Hey Yeti, how about you grab that clip and see if you can play it? I don't see the link. You say you sent a link. There's not a link. This is a bad day.
Yeah. Press W for Yeti. We want W's in the chat. W's.
When
W's. Let me see the W's.
Anyone of any wrongdoing?
Here we go.
No one's accusing anyone of wrongdoing, okay?
American people have a lot of questions, and our House Oversight Committee
Thank you,
is
Yeti.
committed to getting answers. We're committed to transparency. We've already seen a lot of very powerful people who have been held accountable by having to resign in disgrace from various boards all over the world. We're going to continue to seek the truth, try to figure out how the government failed the victims, and try to hopefully hold more people accountable. That's what the purpose of this investigation is. I will say this, it's very difficult to get people in for these depositions that of great power and great wealth. And I used yesterday and today as an example. It took 7 months to get the Clintons in here. But we've got them in here, and we look forward to asking lots of questions that I think any curious media outlet in America would have. Yesterday, Ms. Clinton deferred a lot of questions to her husband today. There were at least a dozen times when she said, "You'll have to ask my husband that. I can't answer that." So we already had a big portfolio of questions for him, and that increased yesterday. So we look forward to that. We'll be happy to answer a couple of questions.
Mr. Chairman, good morning. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Explain to us specifically what you need to hear from President Clinton today. What do you want to know?
Well, I think everyone's seen there are a lot of photos that have been released by the Department of Justice as well as the Epstein estate. There are a lot of email correspondence that included President Clinton. We know President Clinton had, and Secretary Clinton confirmed this yesterday, Jeffrey Epstein was in the White House 17 times while Bill Clinton was president. We know that Bill Clinton flew on Jeffrey Epstein's plane at least 27 times. So those are questions that we're going to ask. Everything that most media outlets have reported with respect to pictures and correspondence between Epstein, Maxwell, and Bill Clinton, these are all questions that we're going to ask today.
Yesterday you both told me that you were planning on asking about an email that Howard Lutnick sent to Jeffrey Epstein, I presume about a Hillary Clinton fundraiser. I think that was the one. If he's worth asking about, is he not worth asking in to talk about what he might know?
Yeah, and I think it'll be interesting when we hopefully get that video out later today or tomorrow as quick as we can get it out. I think it'll be interesting what Hillary Clinton said about Howard Lutnick.
And how she said it.
And how she said it. We looked, I think that was Miss Mace, with the line of questioning. So there was a pretty thorough line of questioning yesterday between Miss Mace and Miss Clinton with respect to Lutnick. Now, I think you all find it very interesting what she had to say. But we're going to continue to ask questions of everyone that shows up in photos on the island and things like that.
I will be asking for him, yes.
You will.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Obviously, we heard from Secretary Clinton after her deposition. She described the session as repetitive. She said it veered off topic. She was asked about things like UFOs, Pizzagate. Can you explain why those topics were brought up, and also in light of the release of that photo
and
yesterday?
She also said there were substantive questions yesterday, too. But one reason there were repetitive questions about Epstein is because we went through every email and every correspondence that implied Hillary Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein communicated often. You all have seen the email where he said that she looks better in person and all of that. Those were questions we asked. So every item of evidence that would suggest Hillary Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein had a close relationship, we went and asked about that. So it may have seemed repetitive because there was a lot of documentation that would suggest that she had a relationship with Epstein.
And
so
to be
go ahead.
Clear, Secretary Clinton actually asked about the NDAA. Sorry.
Go ahead.
To be clear, Secretary Clinton actually asked us about what happened with the disclosure language in the NDAA. So, I mean, I know she's trying to pivot from the fact that she's here and she had a very close relationship regarding the Clinton Foundation and Epstein and Maxwell. But the point is and I think I'd like to hit on this with probably Miss Mace here, but I think we have a very important interest and curiosity about what specifically the co-conspirators had a role in all this, right? We know for a fact that some of these were women, and I think that today, at least with my line of questioning, I'm curious about that. Why is it that these women were given plea deals as adults for trafficking minors? How much of that did they witness, etc.? And so, I don't know that Secretary Clinton was all that honest about the context of this investigation. We asked extensively about intelligence ties, whether or not she felt that she was targeted as a result of possibly an intelligence gathering operation. And she was very curiously interested in that. And then also, you'll hear it in the response, but had told us to follow up with a few countries, one of which is our ally. So that's interesting.
I think Ms. Luna brought up a good point about the Clinton Foundation. There's so many examples in the evidence the Department of Justice released in correspondence where Epstein bragged about how involved he was initially in setting up the Clinton Global Initiative and the Clinton Foundation. We asked those questions to Secretary Clinton yesterday, and she kept saying, well, she was in the Senate at that time. She wasn't focused on it. You'll have to ask my husband. So a lot of the Clinton Global Initiative questions yesterday went unanswered because Ms. Clinton deferred to her husband. So we'll do one more question. Annie, go ahead.
It's our understanding that you guys asked Secretary Clinton yesterday about photos of her husband in the Epstein files. What was her reaction when you showed various photos, for example, of her husband in the jacuzzi that we've seen?
I'm going to let Ms. Mays answer that. We're on TV.
Okay, I'm not going to say anything. No, she didn't want to answer any questions about any of that and deferred most of those, if not all of those questions, to her husband, and he will be thoroughly asked about that today. What did he know? What did he see? Because there were other people who've come forward publicly, like Kevin Spacey, who thought all of this was very strange and actually a very high risk for a president of the United States or former president. It's all very bizarre, but I asked her very pointed questions, and you'll see that in the transcript and the video that comes out, and you'll see how she responded as well, screaming.
And we'll close with this. We're going to get the video out as quickly as we can get it uploaded in the sound and everything from yesterday. So this is, for all practical purposes, a public deposition. The American people are going to see it. I've heard C-SPAN's going to air it wire to wire. So everyone's going to see what was asked yesterday. And I think that'll answer a lot of questions, especially with Lutnick and other things like that. Throughout the day, we'll try to send different members out to give you brief updates. We don't want to disclose what's going on in the deposition specifically until at the conclusion, but we'll keep you updated, and we appreciate everyone being here and look forward to updating you throughout the day.
Ms. Mace, what do you mean that Hillary Clinton was screaming?
She was unhinged, and I hope that President Clinton is less unhinged today than his wife was yesterday. You'll see it.
Say again?
Why do you think she had a relationship with Mr. Epstein?
Well, he was basically instrumental, for his words, and I think what you'll find out from Clinton probably today in setting up the Clinton Global Initiative.
Congressman, who's the ally you were referring to? Who's the ally?
The biggest thing is we need transparency, accountability, and we need justice for the victims, and we need to make sure we find out how can we write laws to prevent human.
All right, and we're back. So I want to just let you guys know that people are being psychological operated on, Shady. But first of all, happy Friday. Here's a little tariff money for the MG fam. Thank you, United States of Q. Andy Man, $200 Rumble rent for the soundboard with love. Thank you. Love you back, bro. Trust 1961 for the soundboard, $50. Thank you. President Hugh, my guess is there's nothing wrong with the soundboard. The money is needed for Yeti's fur conditioner. Busted.
You have no idea how expensive that stuff is. It's like,
but a Yeti does need to be soft and fluffy, so here's $17.
So tangled. It gets tangled like right down at the base. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
stop.
Impossible.
That's enough.
There's only one product that we can.
I want to go ahead and let you guys know that this is BS, by the way. I'm going to just put this up here. This is Gina Milan. She says, quote, Hillary Clinton, I don't ever recall encountering Mr. Epstein. Meanwhile, Epstein once said Clinton was much prettier in person. Okay, so if you look at this is not Jeffrey Epstein. He's not redacted. This is somebody else saying it. Yes. So you guys have to dig into stuff and not you people that are in Congress. The Pizzagate is crap. You wasted time on BS like that when you could actually go into the actual, business ventures, the uranium, oh my God, Shady.
So number one, look at that. Look at what they have to look at what they're trying to do. Like, this is what we're talking about the operations. What they do is that they find something that is not innocuous, that doesn't mean anything, and they highlight it and make you think that that has some sort of value, as they ignore all the things that really do have value. All of the actual connections that we're talking about, like Jeff is saying, like Uranium One, like selling out special access programs, all these other things that she was doing at the State Department. There's a huge amount of these things that we can prove that are easy to prove. And listen, I want to say this for the audience. I'm not protective of anyone of any stature, of any caliber. If this stuff comes knocking on anybody's door, then we are going to be right there knocking on their door. But we cannot knock on their door whenever we don't have anything to knock on their door about. And that's exactly what we're seeing the Democrats and the Republicans do, whether it's Massey or Ro Khanna or any of these people. Number one, they're doing nothing but constantly say that it's Donald Trump, Jeff. It's Donald Trump. It's Donald Trump. It's Donald Trump. No, it's Bill Clinton. Why did they never say it's Bill Clinton?
Yeah. And so are the Democrats going to take Hillary for the word that he had nothing to do with Bill Clinton,
Yes.
but Trump says the same exact thing?
Sure.
Huh.
No.
Yeah. So Finn, 1776, says, for the soundboard conspiracy. Thank you so much for that $10 Rumble rant. Appreciate you. It's all just, it's all just, there's so much more that, the funding of they're right on target with the funding of the, Clinton Foundation. Jeffrey Epstein was the major funder. To say that Jeffrey Epstein was in the White House 16 or 17 times and you didn't meet him, Hillary Clinton, nobody believes you. Then the psyopers bring an email saying that Jeffrey Epstein says it, that you look prettier in person. And that's actually false. Look, I don't know. It doesn't really matter at this point, in my opinion, if Hillary Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein met at all, because they did so much more together. In fact, the person that was at the wedding, the plus one that Hillary Clinton mentioned, was the CEO of Gateway Computers. Mm-hmm. Did you know that, Shady?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody wanted to go look at that. It's weird. So breaking down yesterday's show, let's go ahead and Yeti, I'm going to send you in a Zoom link. Let's go ahead and let's see what time. Yeah, let's go ahead and watch this. And you guys, we're going to give you guys a free, maybe half hour or so of premium today. We're going to follow the Bloodlines, part 8. Okay. We're in the Bloodlines of the Illuminati. Q asked Anons to follow the Bloodlines several times. We're the only Anons that actually did. Other Anons tried to prove us wrong, and Q reposted it, saying P equals pay sewer. Q reposted it. Okay. Saving the best for last, P. So you're going to understand, you're starting to understand that we are now looking at stuff and just trying to do deeper dives. So the Rumble Premium last season, it was Pandora's political elite box, Shady Groove, basically. And Q, that's a Q post. And then P equals pay sewer, follow the Bloodlines, which Q asked us to do. So we're reading that book together in hour 2. We're going to do about a half an hour or so of free premium. And then we will go into premium, because we do need about half an hour of premium to finish up the month, guys. JD.
And I wanted to, before you get into the next clip, I wanted to mention that this is something that I feel like also everybody's skipping over that we haven't really discussed here. But let's not forget who was part of the Clinton Global Initiative. You guys go back. Let's go back to that time whenever all this stuff was going on, right after 9/11 even. And what was happening? Well, George Bush had taken over the presidency, and Clinton's presidency had ended. But then all of a sudden, Bill Clinton and George W. Bush started working together in the Clinton Global Initiative, which was effectively the funding of the Clinton Foundation. So in other words, George H.W. Bush was out there hamming it up right there with Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton. Back in the day, whenever they were starting out, they raised billions of dollars, everyone. I know that this is it's been years and years, and it was billions of dollars that they were bringing in from all over the country. It was Bill Clinton was doing all of these speaking engagements. He was getting $500,000-$600,000 to go to Russia and talk. You have no idea how much money they were bringing in, but they want to sit there and act like they're all just little innocent us sitting in Chappaqua. Not the way it went down.
Yeah. Shady, let me see if I can get this one done. Hang on one second. No. All right, Yeti, go ahead and roll the clip.
Fox News alert, the Epstein scandal's rocking Chappaqua. Today, Hillary went under oath and was grilled about the Clintons' relationship with the dead pedophile. She testified behind closed doors, but the deposition was being recorded. At any minute, we could get the tapes. When it wrapped, Hillary came out and said this.
I don't know how many times I had to say I did not know Jeffrey Epstein. I never
in a partisan manner and not vote to hold the.
Uh-oh.
It's not as easy as it looks, is it?
we have another.
Hey,
the bugs in the system today are pretty annoying.
It's not easy. It's not easy. Miss On North Shady. What is it? Miso North. Little help for the soundboard. Thank you. Finn, soundboard conspiracy. Thank you. Rock Chip, soundboard donation supporting where my spirit is fed. Thank you.
Soundboard conspiracy.
Yelling towards the soundboard. Thank you, guys. Shady, Yeti, take it away. When you're ready, of course.
Uh-oh. Terms of service. Yeah. There it goes.
Is it? It's not as easy as it looks, is it, guys?
Nope. No, we don't have it. Oh, you got it? I still don't hear it.
Give him a second.
Grilled about the Clintons' relationship with the dead pedophile. She testified behind closed doors, but the deposition was being recorded. At any minute, we could get the tapes. When it wrapped, Hillary came out and said this.
I don't know how many times I had to say I did not know Jeffrey Epstein. I never went to his island. I never went to his homes. I never went to his offices. So it's on the record numerous times.
An hour into her testimony, it went off the rails. A photo of Hillary was leaked from inside. All hell broke loose, and Crooked's team stormed out.
The hearing just went off the record for a moment because it seems, as some of you may have seen, that there were some photographs shared on social media, which is against chamber rules that were read at the top of the meeting. So the hearing has been paused briefly while they figure out where the photo came from.
Congresswoman Lauren Boebert texted the pic to the press, and Hillary complained it was against the rules. I don't think she liked how she looked.
We had a bit of a challenge in the beginning because we had agreed upon rules based on the fact it was going to be a closed hearing at their demand. And one of the members violated that rule, which was very upsetting because it suggested that they might violate other of our agreements.
Hillary made a fuss to chew up clock because she didn't want to be there. She testified that she never met Epstein, even though he'd been to the White House 16 times. It was supposed to be a co-presidency, remember? A 2-for-1 deal. Hillary moved their office into the West Wing. But Hillary doesn't remember.
The number of times that she said, "I don't know, you'll have to ask my husband," was more than a dozen, and I'll put it like that.
Maybe they didn't meet, maybe they did, but Bill does a lot of things when Hillary's not looking. But this email's interesting. In the Epstein files, someone emailed the sex offender, quote, "I know you are close with Hillary, but if she gets the nomination and you vote for her, I'll effing kill you." Did Hillary meet Epstein? Maybe, maybe not. But we do know this.
I knew Ghislaine Maxwell casually as an acquaintance. But whatever they asked me, I did my very best to respond.
Epstein's accomplice, Ghislaine, went to Chelsea Clinton's wedding. When she was asked about this, she ran like the wind.
Can I ask, why was Ghislaine Maxwell invited to the girl at Chelsea Clinton's wedding in 2010? She'd already been mentioned in a civil lawsuit by Virginia Giuffre before that. Jeffrey Epstein had already been convicted.
She came as the +1, the guest of someone who was invited. Thank you all.
We do know who did spend a lot of time with Epstein, Bill Clinton. There's dozens of photos in the files. Here's Bubba and a girl in a hot tub. Hillary says her hubby was just saving lives.
It wasn't a hot tub on a plane. It was one of the stops they made to look at philanthropic and charitable work that my husband has done, saving literally millions of lives around the world. It turned out that was done long before there was any public awareness and certainly any conviction of any crime by Jeffrey Epstein. So it was a short period of time that was in pursuit of charitable philanthropic work.
Charitable work. That's a new name for it. Here's Bill doing more charity. We all know how much Bill loves to give back. The former president will have his chance to set the record straight tomorrow when he goes under oath, but we all know how he got the name Slick Willie.
Is that correct?
Yeah, it depends upon what the meaning of the word is. Yes.
Hillary says she's not worried. Bill would never do something inappropriate.
Are you 100% confident that there isn't anything that the former president knows about Epstein's crimes?
I am, and I think the chronology of the connection that he had with Epstein ended several years before anything about Epstein's criminal activities came to light.
If anybody thinks this is some partisan witch hunt, or as the Clintons call it, a vast right-wing conspiracy, you're wrong.
I think one thing that surprised the Clintons, they assumed the Democrats on the committee would vote in a partisan manner and not vote to hold the Clintons in contempt. And what they learned was a majority of the Democrats on the committee either voted to hold the Clintons in contempt or voted present.
The Epstein fallout has Clinton and Obama operatives dropping like flies. Yesterday, Larry Summers had to resign from his position at Harvard. And now it's come out that not only did the Ivy League take $9 million from the perv, they gave him his own office. And Harvard faculty was accepting free flights and business deals from the sex trafficker. Epstein was giving Larry Summers consulting gigs in places like Mongolia and Kazakhstan. Like we've been saying, it's going global. The head of the World Economic Forum, you know, the guys who tell us to eat insects, Borge Brende, suddenly resigned because of the Epstein files. One of the Rothschilds, you know, the European banking dynasty, all over the Epstein files. And the Swiss bankers, all they're saying so far is they're monitoring the situation. J.B. Pritzker's cousin, Thomas, just resigned from the board of Hyatt Hotels. JB's like, I only see my cousin on holidays.
A cousin of yours has been in the news with regards to the Epstein files, Thomas Pritzker. He just recently resigned from the board of the Hyatt company.
Look, I've said from the beginning that anyone that's done something wrong needs to be held accountable. And I really mean anyone. And I'm not close to my cousin, but I can tell you that it's very important that people be held to pay the price for whatever it is that they may have done.
There are millions of documents in the Epstein files, and we're just starting to go through them. Everyone's on edge, even Epstein's own brother.
I didn't see him for 7 years before he died, although we were always in communication with phones and emails. So I didn't know what he was up to. A lot of the stuff that's come out is surprising to me. I wasn't aware of a lot of this stuff. And I'm going to say, like, with him, even though he's my brother, that was his problem. And now that he's dead, it's not his problem anymore. So again, unfortunately, I really don't care, to be honest with you. I'm just concerned that my brother, whoever and whatever he was murdered. That's my concern.
But you care about the victims, I presume, of your brother.
These are the questions I don't get into. So have a good day.
The Telegraph also reports that Epstein paid private detectives to remove items from his Florida property ahead of a police raid. They hid it in a secret storage locker, which contained 3 computers, videotapes, sex slave manuals, and illicit photographs. A Palm Beach lockup contained 29 address books, a 3-page list of masseuses, and tons of porn. The Palm Beach police chief said Epstein's home had been cleaned up, and certain computer material was missing, including surveillance equipment. We also found out last night that the DOJ had labeled Epstein's suicide as a murder in some documents. There were also questions about the noose
The forensic pathologist who was hired by Jeffrey Epstein's brother to observe the autopsy said that there was no blood on the noose, even though there's blood on Jeffrey Epstein's neck in the photographs. We're learning from the documents that the guard who cut Jeffrey Epstein down says he's not sure which noose was given to the investigators, and DNA testing was done. It may have been on the wrong ligature. It may have been done on the wrong noose.
Plus, there was something off about the head count in the prison that night. A new video shows a strange orange figure flashing by the corner of a surveillance camera the night before Epstein died.
There's been scrutiny of a particular moment on the cell block surveillance footage where an orange-looking flash could be seen at 10:39 p.m. A report from the Justice Department Inspector General notes the flash, quote, "It is possible someone is carrying inmate linen or bedding up the stairs." And the final report refers to it as, quote, "an unidentified corrections officer." But now, newly released Justice Department documents reveal an initial FBI review of surveillance video on the cell block says the flash could possibly be an inmate. And independent video analysts consulted by CBS News say the movement was more consistent with an inmate.
This is really getting mysterious. And I'm sure Bill Clinton will clear everything up tomorrow.
I am sure he won't.
Wow.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Wow.
So that was pretty eye-opening right there to recognize. And let me say real quick before we talk about any of the other pieces of this, the aspects of this that are unknown or aspects of all of this that are unknown. We kind of think that at the bottom of the psyop or the statement that Epstein didn't kill himself might have came from Roger Stone. Well, Roger Stone might have known
Fox News alert.
Roger Stone might have known something. Roger Stone might not have known something. They might have tried to do something to get him out of there, and nobody really knows until somebody knows. Who knows what happened? But we're going to follow this wherever it goes, guys. And I want you to understand that no matter where it goes, it's going to be people trying to get one over on Trump at some point, and it doesn't work in the long run.
Yeah, absolutely. Cupid's Cowgirl, thank you very much. 5 subscriptions to the MG show. And guess what? Another thing happened today that was negative. We have fraud on our bank account, guys. What is going on?
Literally, like it looks like there's been like
$6,000 they tried to get.
A substantial withdrawal. Yeah, they've somehow gotten our bank account.
But that was declined because obviously we didn't have that in there. But there was 2.
Thank goodness.
but there was 2 that did process. And there was.
This is unbelievable.
My God, guys.
I mean,
No, Magic Woman. I'm not sporting a new haircut. I'm not. I don't have my headphones on
because he's on his phone today because the soundboard didn't work this morning.
My soundboard crashed. So
are we just like living in some sort of vortex here?
Yeah, they don't want us talking to you.
Wow,
pretty crazy. Oh Lordy, I wanted to Yeti. Yesterday, I can't say his name correctly. Bukele, Shady from Ecuador. Was he? Where's he from? Where our prison is? What's his name? Bukele. El Salvador. Thank you.
Yes, and somebody's asking about Tether and the Rumble wallet. No, this has nothing to do with the Rumble wallet. The Rumble wallet is actually a very secure option. So don't be timid about the Rumble wallet.
Yeah, Rumble wallet is real, guys. There's no way they can get in and hack that account the way that they have the security set up, guys. So definitely get the Rumble wallet. Yeti, I want you to play this because it's I'm going to send it over. It's on X. Okay, Yeti, here it comes your way right now. But let me just set it up because, guys, he sounds like a Q post. Okay. President Nayib Bukele of El Salvador is draining the swamp big time over there in El Salvador. Quote, "The scum worship Satan." There's 8 posts that say that in the Q post, guys. And they raided their lairs to basically haul them in. And they were doing, and they had satanic rituals in progress. They had obviously altars, the whole 9 yards. But he also says this is not just about physical. It's about spiritual as well. Yeti, do you got that clip?
The gangs didn't just murder, rape, extort. They also worship Satan. Straight up, literally. Many people don't know that our enemy was not just a flesh and blood, but a spiritual as well. When we went to their homes to arrest them, we discovered altars they've been using for satanic rituals. This is well documented. The gangs did
not a joke.
Not a joke. And by the way, you know, that's the armor of God, he said there, right? This is not just physical, it's about spiritual. He talked about they worship Satan. So these are the posts right here. There's 12 drops with Satan in it, Shady. Again, good people are forced into bed with this evil under personal and family threats. Could you live with yourself helping to cover up such evil, despicable acts if given a safe way out? These people worship Satan. Some openly show it. Many in our government worship Satan. Not about Republican versus Democrats at this stage. Where is HRC? All right. This one here, there's more good people than bad. The wizards and warlocks inside term will not allow another satanic evil POS to control our country. Realize Soros, Clinton's, Obama, Putin are all controlled by three families. The fourth was removed post-Trump's victory. The child abductions for satanic rituals, i.e. Haiti. We talked about these yesterday, Shady. And other third world countries are paused, not terminated until players are in custody, Shady. These people pray every single day for God's guidance and direction as we are truly up against pure evil. Then you've got this right here, operations, Satan, who follows. You've got a picture. We've got a picture, and I don't have it queued up, but Chelsea Clinton said, Merry Christmas to the Church of Satan. She also wears an upside down cross that her father gave her. Okay.
The father that's testifying today.
Yeah, the father that's testifying today. We have tremendous worldwide support. Satan has left the White House, day of days. Does Satan exist? Does the thought of Satan exist? Who worships Satan? What is a cult? Epstein Island? What is a temple? What occurs in a temple? Worship? Why is the temple on top of a mountain? How many levels might exist below? What is the significance of colors, design, and symbol above the dome? Why is this relevant? Who are the puppet masters? Have the puppet masters traveled to this island? When? How often? Why? Vladimir Putin was once quoted, "The New World Order worships Satan." There's the inside the Vatican. Looks like a snake, doesn't it? What do you notice? Symbolism will be their downfall. Wow, guys. All right. So, Shady, very interesting and timely for El Salvadorian president to say that. And obviously, Q has posted the armor of God. How many times? Do we even remember, Shady?
It's a number of times, because the reality is what we are facing are the in the spiritual realms are
15.
Forces that puppet physical beings. That's a big thing that people have to get their head around. And physical beings submit themselves for said puppetry. Okay.
Yeah.
This is not like, coming down from on high and grabbing people and sucking them up like a vacuum. This is people that make a call to reach out, like you're phoning home and bringing them toward them, and then using that for their magic, quote unquote.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, guys, the time is now, guys. It's time to stop the BS with your Democrat friends. They're wrong. They don't stand for American people. They sit for illegal aliens. And how stupid is that, Shady? Caroline Leavitt actually said it was a trap. And even if you lied, Shady, and stood, they should have done that. Why did they double down and not stand for? Do you support the American people, or do you support illegal aliens? Please stand. And the ones that stood were the GOP, and the ones that sat were the Dems. Even what they lie so much. Why didn't they just stand? Are they that stupid? These people are stupid, Shady.
That's all they had to do. They could have beat him. They could have beat him if they stood up and said that the Americans said all they had to do was stand up in that moment, and he would have lost the moment. He would have lost the narrative to some degree right there, because he put it on the line by saying that, by calling them out. He took the risk that they would not stand up. And indeed, they didn't. And again, it will pay off for his political career. Like they can't beat him. They cannot beat him.
Wow. Guys, the armor of God. That was also very special to me as well. And Shady, you've heard that story. You were there, and it's been quite amazing. So that's that. What time is it? It's 12:59. I think we're gonna look at our time here. We got 20 seconds, Shady. We're gonna come back. Yeti, the song is on YouTube. I'll get you the link for the break so we can play the song coming in. I don't play the whole song, but we'll figure it out. I'll kind of tell you to stop when to stop. We're going to come back with free premium, and then a half hour into it, we're going to go to premium. So we'll be right back after these beautiful boom messages, Shady.
It's finally here, our second annual mega sale. This sale only comes around once a year, so take advantage of the best offers ever while you can. For example, save 50% on our Giza Dream bed sheets as low as $29.98. And for the first time ever on TV, MyPillow mattresses and MyPillow mattress toppers as low as $99.98. And you save 50% on our Lux Pure 6-piece towel sets. Regular $69.98, now only $39.98. And our best-selling standard MyPillows, regular $49.98, on sale for $17.98. Wait on it, mega sale, only $14.98. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use this promo code to take advantage of our second annual mega sale. But wait, there's more. To make the mega sale even more special, when you order right now, your order's going to ship absolutely free.
Hello to all of you beautiful Patriots out there.
First of all, let me just thank you all for supporting this show. We wouldn't be here without you. But I have a huge announcement regarding donations.
It has come to our attention that using the Rumble app is taking an additional 30% of your donation to the show.
Let me explain. According to our TOS, Rumble takes 20% of all donations made through the web browser.
And that's a 20%. It's a good deal if you consider other platforms like YouTube and such.
There is a hidden cost that we just found out. For example, we received the generous $500 donation from Spill Tea, and thank you so much for that, from the Rumble app on Apple. So Rumble took 20% and Apple took an additional 30%. We brought that to Rumble and they said, well, Rumble's take of tips and donations is 20%. That's if the transaction is done through the web browser. If using the Android or iOS app, it's an additional 30% collected by those platforms.
So please use the web browser to make your donations to the show and avoid the hidden fees by Apple and Android.
That's right. You can also support us at GiveSendGo/HelpMGShow, mg.show/donate. We have PayPal and Cash App. Both are at RealMGShow or $RealMGShow. Please help us out. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
The MG Show. Not funded by dark money, but funded by listeners like you.
just a pawn, a handler in shadows, calling his name while the world was drawn and gone. What was the purpose, the real one unseen, behind the smoke and the fire? Soros was young, but the wheels kept turning, building a global empire. Since the fall of the Reich, the players remain. Merkel rises, who is she? Follow her bloodline, dig through the pain. Truth's buried in history. Bloodlines and shadows controlling the game. Titanic sank, but who's to blame? The Fed pulls strings, the narrative tight. The truth's too heavy, it burns in the night. Sheep follow blindly, the story's a lie. Unravel the secrets before we all die. Titanic went down 1912. Why is it still relevant now? Who died on that ship? Who made the list? Who escaped? And how? The elite got lifeboats, the rest left to drown. Class was the key to survive. Names on the records, but some never found. How do we know who's alive? Tickets were bought, but who was invited? Less than 10 held the key. The Fed was born, a beast in the night, controlling the world's money. Who runs the Fed? Who signed its birth? Shadows behind the throne. Hollywood spins, Titanic is love, but the truth cuts to the bone. Bloodlines and shadows controlling the game. Titanic sank, but who's to blame? The Fed pulls strings, the narrative's tight. The truth's too heavy, it burns in the night. Sheep follow blindly, the story's a lie. Unravel the secrets before we all die.
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Here we go. It's hour number 2. Follow the bloodlines. Q had asked us several times to do that, and that's what we're doing. This is a free preview of Rumble Premium, which will go premium at 25 past the hour. So get your Rumble Premium today if you enjoy this segment. This segment is, we, like Shady says, we kind of stop the ordinary, what's happening day to day, and we focus on how did we get here? Pandora's box revealed a lot about the Pacers, matched my research, and then I found the book, and then, Shady's has the book. We both have that book, the Pandora's box. It's an amazing book, and we did that in season 8. In premium. So if you get premium, you can go back and watch all those Friday episodes about following the bloodlines. Now we're following the bloodlines with the bloodlines of the Illuminati, written by Fritz Springmeier, Shady Group. And I think we're at the DuPonts, who basically is a dynasty of satanic royalty.
Well, I think they all are. But the reality is that what we're seeing today in your real world, let's connect. Yeah. We're going to slow down right here. We're going to connect, because we talk about these things and you kind of skip over certain things. So we say the word bloodline. What are we talking about? You're racist. We're talking about royal hierarchy. Okay. They call me racist when I say bloodline, because they don't want me talking about the true controllers of this world. They don't want me talking about the people, the person, the men, the women, the things behind the curtain. We've been acknowledging this stuff, or we've been showing you this stuff. This is the book that we're reading currently, Bloodlines of the Illuminati by Fritz Springmeier. But the way this is coming together now, I'm hoping that you're starting to see that a lot of this stuff, these narratives that you've heard about, these massive different things to do with the children and all this, the Pizzagate stuff and all these different anomalies that are out there that don't really have any proof behind them. Well, there's a reason that there's no proof behind them, because that's not really what's going on. What's really going on is geneticism. That's what's been going on since the beginning of time, including what was going on in World War II. That is why you see the swastika. The swastika is an ancient symbol that comes from ancient Mesopotamia. Long time ago, that symbol was there. That symbol represented a hierarchy, the kings and queens of the world. That symbol today represents the exact same thing, and they try to paint we the people with that symbol. I want you to understand this. Yeah. That's the inversion. They're trying to say that the American people are the Nazis of the world, but in all reality, the globalist rulers who call themselves globalists, who are hiding behind that's really communist, that are hiding behind that is really Satanist, that are these families that are controlling the conversations that we're having, and that is what sets this show apart from all the rest.
And what Shady's telling you is they're mocking Jesus. They want to make you in the image of him. God wants you to be the image of him. You see that? Lowercase h and H. And that's what we want to do. We want to, follow God. We want God in our life, but it is where we go one, we go all. So however whatever, it is what it is. But we're going to get into the bloodlines of the Illuminati. Shady, very well said. And I think you're going to be doing a little more reading today, because I don't know. Do I sound all right, chat? What do you guys think?
No.
What? That hurt my ears.
but they're hearing you a little bit better than me.
Okay, yeah, because I think Yeti did do some EQ stuff. These are just AirPods, guys. That's what I got. But they're mocking God, Shady, and they are not the bloodline of Jesus. They're more the bloodline of Nimrod and other things. Shady Grove, we kind of went through that. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say yes. That is correct, and that is the inversion that's coming to you from the church. The reason that you will see me consistently try to bring this conversation back to the Jesuit order is because the Jesuit order is at the core of this. They keep trying to scream it's the Jewish people. They keep trying to tell you it's this, it's that. It is not. It is this secret order that thinks they know where their bloodline comes from, but they say that they are the blood of Jesus so that you will give them reverence.
Yeah. Amen. A little tinny, Shift in the High says, you sound a bit tinny or tangy.
Tinny.
But I sound good. Definitely lower quality sound. Thank you, 17 Awakening. That's why we need a new soundboard.
Hopefully we'll be back in line for Monday.
Holy moly. ZZ says, Jeff sounds great. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I have an ear infection, so you sound like you're speaking through a tunnel. So is that the ear infection, or is that what I actually sound like? I'm not sure, but prayers for your ear infection. Shady, let's kick it off. The Bloodlines of the Illuminati by Fritz Springmeier, 1995. We're getting into the DuPont family, Shady.
All right, here we go into the third element of this book, and this is our adventure here, our choose your own adventure at the MG Show, where we're choosing to focus on the families that are the problem to American society. I don't really care what these families do wherever else they want to do their family things. They're not to do them here any longer. And I believe that is why I came here to support President Trump, because I think that he is the one that is going to bring the whole bleeping temple down. The DuPonts. And everybody here knows about the DuPonts, by the way.
Shady, I just had a thought. Remember it starts at childbirth. The child's hands are on the floor. The DuPonts made all these chemicals to infect our children, the cleaning chemicals. It's all part of the total plan, which is not just food. It's, it sprays maybe in the air. It's the water. It's what we put in our, clean our toilets with, our floors with. And that's where it starts, Shady.
Whenever you go back and you read about these people in the ancient cuneiform text, what you read is that they don't like humans.
No.
They're not very fond. They're not fond of humans. And there's a number of reasons why they're not fond of humans. So they don't really care about poisoning you as long as they know to stay away from their toxicity. And as a matter of fact, they don't care so much that they're willing to manipulate all of society for their in particular purposes. There's been no consistency among the DuPont family members in the spelling that have employed to write their name. The correct variations in spelling the DuPont name are as follows: DuPont, 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 and DuPont de Nettles.
No, wait, let me say that right. It's Nemours. There is a big medical company called Nemours in Jacksonville, Florida, guys.
Yeah,
okay. Nemours. Yeah, so interesting. I sold them Cisco stuff. Keep going. Wow.
In English, the second syllable is accented. In French, neither is accented. The name is tended to be spelled DuPont for the family and DuPont for business. I decided for this article to standardize the spelling in line with this tendency. A dynasty of satanic royalty. Isn't it interesting what we end up talking about here as we're on the day that Bill Clinton is testifying? And you're also going to see a number of things that is going to run in. We're getting ready to run into Greenland here in this paragraph, interestingly enough. Sitting down to write about the DuPonts reminded me of the two other families. Recently, John Coleman, a researcher on the elite, commented to me that when he had researched the Queen of Denmark, he had discovered that the royal Danish family was slipping away secretly from everyone and that they were going to satanic rituals. It is also noteworthy that 5 modern kings of Denmark have been the leaders of Freemasonry in Denmark, and the Danish royal family princes, etc., have been active Masons. John Dale wrote a book, The Prince and the Paranormal, which goes into the secret occult activities of the British royal family, especially Prince Charles, now King Charles, but also many other royal family members too. Besides the second occult activities of the British monarch, they have been openly leaders of Freemasonry. See Appendix 4B, Wise as Serpents, for the detailed chart. The DuPonts are similar to those families in that they are a dynasty. They too have a very public image, and they too have a totally hidden life. In fact, the DuPonts have better control over the press coverage of them than the British royal family. Effectively, whenever you see that word dynasty, that will connect you back to ancient Egypt. It'll also connect you back to pre-Egyptian civilization. Dynasty is a family lineage that is passed down through marriage, okay? That is how it's bad. That's why Q focused on who do they actually marry. Why did Chelsea Clinton marry Soros's nephew?
And who shot JR?
And who shot JR? One of the clues that the family is top satanic family is the frequency of marriages between relatives of the DuPont descendants. Few people are aware of the immense importance bloodlines play in the upper levels of Satanism. Blood is believed to carry the occult power. Now, we talked about this yesterday, and we mentioned the different stuff on the show about Haiti. And then Q mentioned why are they so focused on the children of Haiti? The reason is because of their blood. The blood of Haiti, the blood of Haitians, is that of the occult voodoo. Voodoo is a very, very ancient occult practice, and they are born of it in Haiti. So an actual Haitian has this power as a child to be able to carry spirits, invoke spirits, or even entertain spirits' presence. Unless a person has the correct blood, he or she will not rise to the highest levels of Satanism. Same thing goes for American politics. Unless you were of the blood, you would have never become the president. And then JFK became the president and turned on them. So did Reagan. Now so has Trump. The DuPonts have intermarried with the Balls and the Gardners. These other families are known to be involved with the Illuminati and Satanism. For instance, George W. Ball is on the important permanent steering committee of the Bilderbergers and has attended the Bilderberger meetings that I know of, starting with the original first meeting in 54, plus 55, 57, 63, 64, 66, 67, 68, 74, and 75.
Now, wasn't the Bilderberg meeting just recently a headline yesterday?
Yes, it was. George W. Ball is also a member of the CFR and the Trilateral Commission. Eliza Casanova Gardner was a sister to a DuPont. Orsi Casanova Gardner was a distant cousin. Will Gardner and Bessie Gardner DuPont were cousins of the DuPonts. John W. Gardner is a 60 alumnus and in charge of the Rockefeller Brother Foundation. I have found the Gardners in the thick of Satanism and witchcraft. The complete facts are difficult to discover. At the library, I checked out a book, DuPont by William Dutton. The book had been a gift to the library from the Fupont Company. I also checked out a book on Alfred I. DuPont by Joseph Fraser Wall. That book's author, Jay Wall, was financed to write the book by the trustees of the Jesse Ball DuPont Fund. Although scholarly in appearance, it is what they don't say that can be so crucial to really understand the history of the DuPont family.
Isn't it interesting, Shady, that that show Dutton, Yellowstone, Duttons own all that property, and they named that character possibly after this guy? I don't know. Interesting.
Oh, that is interesting. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with that show. When a family is worth billions, they can afford to tidy up their family's histories and keep people from spilling the beans about secrets. And on May 16th, 1893, the press reported the death of Alfred Victor DuPont. With grand laudatory comments, Alfred, known as Fred, had been in business in Louisville, Kentucky, or Louisville, KT, I'm assuming that's Kentucky, and was widely known in the area of the philanthropist. Louisville's main paper, the Louisville Commercial, gave the public a totally fictitious story about how Alfred Victor DuPont died, along with many pages of the highest praise. If it hadn't been for the honesty of the Inquirer, a Cincinnati paper not to be confused with today's national tabloid, but the same name, Inquirer, the public would not have learned what really had happened. The false story said that Fred died of apoplexy while visiting his brother, Biderman. The DuPont family still maintains the fiction is true, although all the facts of the case are blatantly known and were public knowledge to quite a number of people whose lives were involved with what actually happened. Both Fred DuPont and his nephew Coleman DuPont were regular customers at the most expensive house of prostitution in the area, and Maggie Payne's bordello. Although rich, Fred was not willing to help support a distraught prostitute raise the child that she was sure he had sired. So she shot Fred in the heart. Coleman DuPont, who was familiar with Maggie's, soon went down to Maggie's and retrieved the body with a hearse and took the body to Bitterman's house. There, the coroner was willing to lie on the death certificate, and the death was caused by effusive apoplexy. It is most likely that Coleman made that lie worth his effort. Henry Watterson, editor of the Courier Journal, although he later admitted he knew the real story of the murder, went ahead and printed the fake story on behalf of the DuPonts, controlling the media since the beginning. This article starts out with this anecdote to make a point. The 13 top families do control the press and are very sensitive to any negative publicity of any kind. So they're also very sensitive whenever people that aren't under control against their whole system, and a bunch of people start talking about Mockingbird Media and Q, and all of a sudden, all of the rats, if you will, start running to the conversation to try to cover everything up. Not only are their satanic activities deeply hidden, but even just the normal everyday sinfulness or human soapbox drama of their lives is deeply hidden. By the way, Coleman DuPont, an extremely hedonistic man, is one of the DuPonts I strongly suspect was into Satanism. Further secrecy has been obtained by working through trusted proxies. Today, a key proxy is the Jew Irving Saul Shapiro. The DuPont family is represented in a number of groups by Irving Shapiro, who is on the Council of Foreign Relations.
All right, stop right there, Shady. We're going to go ahead and let everybody know we're going to go to premium here in about 20 seconds. Get your Red Castle today. I hope people that have the Red Castle, I think you guys can still see it. But in 15 seconds, we're going to go to premium. Go to rumble.com/MG show. Hit the red premium button to join. And we're going to continue this on the, we're just going to switch over, guys, in 5, 4, 3, 2.